Good morning, class. In today's class, we will discuss about the digestion process of different foods inside the digestive system. कैसे डाइजेशन होता है, किस टाइप का फूड कैसे डाइजेशन होता है इनसाइड द डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. So we will discuss today's class. The major functions of each region of the digestive systems, starting from the mouth up to anus, we will see the food converted to what portions of which type of the material in which part, or what type of food is digested in which part of the digestive system. The mouth, which is the entrance point that helps in the digestion of carbohydrate type of food. So here the starch hydrolysis is catalyzed by an enzyme called amylase or salivary amylase, which is secreted by the salivary glands. Next, the fat hydrolysis also, up to some extent, the fat hydrolysis takes place by the lingual lipase, which is secreted by the tongue, and absorption of small amount of vitamin C and the variety of non-nutrients including the nicotine takes place inside the mouth. So mouth is responsible for basically the starch or the carbohydrate type of food with presence of salivary amylase, which is secreted from the salivary gland. It helps in the digestion. Similarly, the lipase, which helps in the lipid digestion, and some vitamin C and other non-nutrients are digested inside the mouth. Next, inside the esophagus, there will be no digestion takes place. Inside the esophagus, no digestion takes place. The next part for the digestion is stomach. So inside the stomach, the protein and the lipid are mainly digested. Mainly the lipids and proteins are digested. Here the duration of the dietary proteins and the release of vitamin B12, iron and other minerals from the protein binding, for which gastric acid is important, as the wall of the stomach releases the hydrochloric acid or gastric juice that helps in the digestion of proteins or proteinaceous foods. Protein hydrolysis is catalyzed by the pepsin. Pepsin is the enzyme which is secreted from the gastrointestinal wall or the stomach wall, helps in the digestion of the proteins. And the fat hydrolysis is catalyzed by the lipase enzyme. The secretion of the intrinsic factor required for the absorption of vitamin B12 and other the intrinsic factor which releases from the wall of the stomach that helps to digest or absorb the vitamin B12. Inside the small intestine, what we have discussed in the next previous class, that is small intestine comprises duodenum, jejunum and ileum. The three major parts of the small intestine are duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So the starch hydrolysis, which is catalyzed by the amylase secreted by the pancreas. Pancreas is the gland which secretes the amylase, helps in the digestion of carbohydrate. So once again the carbohydrate digestion takes place in the small intestine. After mouth, the digestion of the carbohydrate takes place in the small intestine. Hydrolysis of disaccharides within the broad border of the intestinal mucosa. Similarly, the fat hydrolysis catalyzed by the lipase secreted by the pancreas. Lipase is another enzyme जिसको pancreas secrete करता है. Similarly, the protein hydrolysis catalyzed by the variety of and endopeptidase secreted by the pancreas and the small intestinal mucosa, or the wall of the small intestines. Next, hydrolysis of di and tripeptides. Di and tripeptides. This is also, the peptides also belongs to protein groups, and with the brass border of the intestinal mucosa, means in the small intestinal mucosa, this will also get digested. Rest, the absorption of water also leads to the failure of water digestion, leads to diarrhea and can lead to serious dehydration. So here the absorption of water also takes place, where in the small intestines. Next part, the large intestine, which is also called cecum or colon. Cecum or colon. This is here the bacterial flora is present, which helps in the metabolism of undigested carbohydrate and destroy the intestinal mucosal cells. Absorption of some of the products of the bacterial metabolism and absorption of water is taking place inside the large intestinal wall. So if we see the carbohydrates, they are basically classified as the intrinsic sugars and extrinsic sugars. The carbohydrates are classified into main two groups like intrinsic sugar and extrinsic sugars. Intrinsic sugar and extrinsic sugar. So the sugar which is obtained from the plant cell wall in the foods, means प्लांट सेल वॉल से जो शुगर हमको मिल रहा है उसको इंट्रिंसिक शुगर बोला जाता है, और एक्सट्रिंसिक शुगर मीन्स द शुगर विच आर फ्री सॉल्यूशंस इन द फूड and therefore they provide the substrate for oral bacteria leading to the formation of dental plaque and caries. जो सिंथेटिक शुगर्स होता है उसको एक्सट्रिंसिक शुगर बोला जाता है, और डायरेक्टली नेचुरल सोर्सेस से और प्लांट सेल वॉल से जो शुगर हमको मिलता है उसको इंट्रिंसिक शुगर बोला जाता है. Here this is the digestion absorption of the carbohydrate, how the carbohydrates get digested and absorbed to our body. The polysaccharide means the carbohydrate which consists of more than one saccharides, that is called polysaccharide. Example is starch and non-starch polysaccharides are also there. Similarly, oligosaccharide is the example is dextrin, and trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides, etc. And sugar alcohols, sugar monosaccharide like intrinsic sugar, glucose, sucrose, etc. And the extrinsic sugars, fructose, lactose in the milk and non-milk is the type of carbohydrates that basically we eat. So how the digestion of the carbohydrate takes place in mouth and stomach. In the mouth and stomach, how the carbohydrates get digested or become simpler water soluble form, that is glucose. When the food is chewed, it is mixed with saliva which contains the digestive enzyme ptyalin or salivary amylase. We can say ptyalin, salivary amylase or ptyalin, and is secreted mainly by the parotid glands. The parotid gland which is present at the buccal cavities or buccal cheeks, they will secrete the salivary amylase, and the enzyme hydrolyzes the starch into the disaccharide maltose and other small polymers of glucose, which contains 3 to 9 glucose molecules. Only about the 5% of the starch. How much? 5% of starch is digested inside the mouth, and only for a short time. As we chewed this, within that time the 5% of the carbohydrate get digested inside the mouth. Next, the next digestion of carbohydrate occurs at the stomach. So stomach activity of the salivary amylase is blocked by the acid of the gastric secretions. As we know that the wall of the stomach secreted the gastric juice, so that contains the acids. So this acid prevents the function of salivary amylase. Amylase is non-active at the pH 4, less than 4, means acidic pH. The salivary amylase is not active. So the digestion of the starch generally does not take place in the stomach. So up to how much? 30 to 40% only of the starch will have been hydrolyzed, mainly to form the maltose at the stomach. Next, the pancreatic secretion, which contains a large quantity of amylase, alpha amylase, that helps in the digestion of carbohydrates within 15 to 30 minutes after the chyme empties from the stomach. So when the food from the stomach, जैसे कि after digestion in the stomach, the digested material is called chyme, that goes to the small intestine, and there it will be mixed with the salivary amylase, which is secreted from the pancreas, and the digestion of the starch again takes place inside the small intestine. Stomach into the duodenum and mixes with the pancreatic juice, and virtually the carbohydrates will have become digested. So mainly the digestion of carbohydrate takes place or occurs at mouth and the small intestine. So basically no or less amount of digestion takes place inside the stomach of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates totally converted to maltose or other very small glucose polymers before passing beyond the duodenum and upper jejunum. Now what happens? The carbohydrate converted to maltose and water soluble glucose. After that the enterocytes lining the villi of the small intestine contains 4 enzymes. 4 enzymes. What are they? Lactase, sucrase, maltase and alpha dextrinase. Lactase, sucrase, maltase and alpha dextrinase. These enzymes which split the disaccharides lactose, sucrose and maltose into their constituents like monosaccharides. So the main functions of the enzymes that is secreted in the wall of the small intestine are lactase, sucrase, maltase and dextrinase, alpha dextrinase. Their main function is to break down the disaccharide lactose, sucrose and the maltose into their constituent monosaccharides. The enzymes are located in the enterocytes covering the intestinal microvilli gross borders. Maltase catalyzes the hydrolysis of maltose to 2 molecules of glucose. So main function of the maltase catalysis, it is an enzyme which is responsible for carbohydrate digestion, which hydrolyzes of maltose to 2 molecules of glucose. Once again, I am giving the brief idea that when from the small intestine or from the stomach the food comes to the small intestine, inside the small intestine the starch converted to maltose in presence of sucrase, maltase, dextrinase and other enzymes, and that will become the maltose. Again the maltose catalyze another enzyme helps in the digestion of maltose to 2 molecule of glucose. Similarly, another enzyme sucrase isomaltase is a bifunctional enzyme that catalyzes hydrolysis of sucrose to glucose and fructose. What happens? This glucose and sucrose to glucose and fructose, two glucose molecules and fructose molecules can be obtained from the sucrose molecule by the action of the enzyme sucrase isomaltase, and of isomaltase to 2 molecules of glucose. Digestion of the carbohydrates, the digestion of carbohydrates in the small intestine. Similarly, lactose splits into molecules of galactose and molecule of glucose. Sucrose splits into molecule of fructose and molecule of glucose. In this way, the digestion of carbohydrate takes place in the small intestine. Next, we will see the digestion of the proteins. First, the digestion of carbohydrate completed. Next, we will see the digestion of proteins. As you know, endopeptidase, the enzymes basically end with the name ASE. Enzymes basically ends with the name ASE. So, endopeptidase cleave the proteins by hydrolyzing the peptide bonds between the specific amino acids throughout the molecules, and exopeptidase remove the amino acids one at a time from either the amino or carboxyl end of the molecule, again by the hydrolysis of the peptide bond. The endopeptidase and exopeptidase are the enzymes which are responsible for breakdown of the proteins. The first enzyme to act on the dietary protein is pepsin, which is secreted from the gastric juice. The result of the combined action of the endopeptidase is that the large protein molecules are broken down into a number of smaller polypeptides with large number of amino and carboxy terminals for the exopeptidase to act on. Pepsin is the important peptic enzyme of the stomach, which is active at a pH of 2 to 3 pH. In the acidic pH, the pepsin enzyme is activated. So pepsin is basically present in the inactive form called pepsinogen. So when the pepsinogen mix with the hydrochloric acid or gastric juice secreted from the stomach wall, then it will convert it to pepsin, which is active. Similarly, the pepsin helps in the digestion of collagen fibers. Only 10 to 20% of the total protein digestion helps convert to the protein to protease, peptones and the few polypeptides takes place in the stomach. Most protein digestion occurs in the small intestine, in the duodenum and jejunum. Inside the duodenum and jejunum, mostly the digestion of proteins also takes place. The major proteolytic pancreatic enzyme trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxy polypeptidase and prolastase. Prolastase are the enzymes which secreted from the wall of the small intestine and helps in the protein digestion inside the small intestine. Trypsin and the chymotrypsin splits the protein molecules into the small polypeptides. Only a small percentage of the proteins are digested all the way to their constituents amino acids by the pancreatic juice. Most remains as dipeptides and tripeptides. We can see that the enterocyte have a broad border that consists of hundreds of microvilli projecting from the surface of each cells. So these broad border cells helps in the secretions of enzymes which are responsible for the protein digestion. In the membrane of each microvilli there are multiple peptidases that helps in the digestion of proteins. Similarly, two types of peptidase enzyme are especially important, like amino polypeptidase and several dipeptidase. Inside the cytosol of the enterocyte, the multiple other peptidase also present. Small amount of triglycerides digested in the stomach by the lingual lipase that is secreted by the lingual gland in the mouth and swallowed with the saliva. The first step in fat digestion is physically to break the fat globules into very small size so that the water soluble digestive enzyme can act on the globule surface, and this process is called emulsification of the fat. What do you mean by emulsification of the fat? That the larger particles of the fat will be divided into small particles. That is called emulsification process. And first part of the digestion of the fat takes place in the mouth in presence of lingual lipase, and most of the emulsification occurs in the duodenum under the influence of bile. So the bile is secreted from the gallbladder. Okay, so bile secreted from the gallbladder helps to digest the fats. Bile, salt and the phospholipid lecithin are extremely important for emulsification of fats. The lipase enzymes are water soluble compound and can attack the fat globules on their surfaces. The enzymes which are responsible for the fat digestion are pancreatic lipase, which is the enormous quantity secreted from the pancreatic juice, as well as the enteric lipase, which is also secreted from the intestinal wall, but it is not usually needed. If we see the summary, here the region which secretes the secretions which are responsible for digestion of what type of food. In the salivary gland, the secretion is saliva. The pH of the saliva is 6.5, helps in the digestion of amylase. The composition is amylase bicarbonate and helps in digestion of carbohydrate. Inside the stomach, gastric juice secreted, the pH is 1.5, composition is pepsinogen, hydrochloric acid, renin in the ruminant mammals. The liver and gallbladder secreted the bile, which pH is 7 to 8. The bile salt and the pigments, cholesterol is the composition.